is super exciting because this is an unboxing of something I didn't think I was going to be able to find or purchase or own. I thought I probably missed out on the collector's thrill of collecting different types of tarot cards. But I did. I went on eBay and I finally found a vendor that would ship to Canada, because I also had issues with vendors not wanting to mail it to Canada. But I got it. So I got it through FedEx, and I was kind of worried about duty fees and all that stuff, but we're going to unbox it. We're going to take a nice little breath in. We're going to enjoy it. I'm not going to unbox the tarot cards, but I am going to unbox the box in this video as record, because I'm actually really nervous. For some reason, this tarot card really wanted to come home, and I really didn't think I was going to be able to get this. So let's open this baby up. Okay, so let's hope this is what I am hoping it's going to be. Well, at least it's pretty much, considering how far it came. I'm going to tell you all the details in a moment, but it is pretty well preserved. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Oh, we're almost there. Ha! Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, that's super cute. I so appreciate that. Okay, do you know which one it is? Da 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 da. The out of print tarot edition in its original plastic casing, which is really super uber hard to find. We have, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Daniels, the Tarot of Vampyres. Oh, there's some sticky stuff. Doing this with one hand, I apologize. Okay. No, I didn't want to rip the... I am taking this as a sign because the story behind this is very, very, very interesting. I wasn't going to do an unboxing, but the plastic got stuck to the tape on the bubble wrap without me knowing, because I was doing this with one hand, and now it wants to come out. So this box wants to be set free. So I'm going to free you from the plastic. Free you from that plastic. Put that over here. In its original box. So never been used, original casing, the out of print Ian Daniels Tarot of Vampyres, which includes the amazing guidebook. Look at that. And wow, I am getting chills. This deck, I don't know what it is with this deck. Never felt like this before. Never had a deck speak out and scream at me, find me, purchase me, let me live with you. Because, I love vintage things, and I love both the light aspects and the dark aspects of different types of art. Vampires is on my radar, but it's not like my aesthetic. My aesthetic is usually more nature-based with animals and greenery, but this is the only vampire tarot that I have, and it really wanted to come home with me. So I guess I'll tell you my story, and we'll do a little unboxing, because I guess it wants to come alive. So the story behind this is that I have been working really hard on studying the tarot and oracle cards, esoteric meanings, different type of things. And I have a very humble collection, as you can see on my bookcase there. So I went, on YouTube like I always do, and I try to look at different types of creators and, different types of things. And I will post in the description box below the creator that inspired my interest in this deck. Without that video, I would not have been interested in this. So when I saw her review and I was really intrigued, I looked to see on Amazon if I could purchase it. And then I soon realized that it was out of print. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not meant to be. It's out of print. You know, what can I do? Maybe, I have plenty of other tarot cards. Maybe it's not meant for me. Then I started doing research on the guidebook for Ian Daniels, and I was really more interested in the way that he was explaining esoteric meanings of the cards. And I'm a bookworm, so I was like, okay, maybe I can try to find this book in a PDF online. And no, I did not find it. And then there were people on Amazon just selling the guidebooks for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, okay, this is not meant to be. So I kind of like let it go. And then I had a very vivid dream of this shadowy vampire figure. And it's not like an entity or anything like that. It was, I can be honest. Like, it's just my subconscious really digging the imagery of vampires. And I was really like looking up the cards, and I was reading blogs about its review and stuff like that. So it was in my subconscious, okay? But the dream was so vivid, and the feelings of attraction were so like real. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do one last attempt. Now, I've never bought anything from Amazon. Sorry, I've never bought anything from eBay before. So I opened an account, and then I said, okay, if I find something that it's in its original box, because I don't want used, I don't want just a guidebook. If it's meant to be in its original packaging, I will purchase it. And it took a long time, because a lot of the time it was already used. It didn't come with the guidebook. Or when I did find some in its original packaging, they didn't want to ship to Canada, where I live. So I said, okay, it's not meant to be. And then I found this vendor, which I will post in the description box below, on eBay, that I purchased this deck from. It said it was in its original packaging, had good reviews. And yeah, it felt right. Now, the price really was a test. So it's posted in American dollars as $180, which for most customers, that is kind of steep. It's an investment deck. It's out of print. It's something that's now more vintage. I don't know the year of when Ian Daniels did this. My guess it's probably, does it say here? Because it is from 𝙂𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙬 Books, which is a spiritual publisher, and it says 2010. Okay, so not the 90s, but like, mid 2000s. We're already in 2025, but it's out of print. So anyways, so I go on, eBay, and it's $180 American. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it because I feel like it wants to come. Like, I couldn't get over this feeling, and I'm still going to discover what this feeling is, because like I said, vampires is really not my thing. I am more into like owls and animal spirits and cats and ravens and like nature stuff. I'm not really goth or dark, but I do like I appreciate all forms of artistry. Like this art here, like, is more my style. Like pastels and stuff. So I guess there was something in my spiritual path, because I've been really connecting with deity and my own spiritual allies. And there was something about this, especially with the guidebook, that was like intuitively like screaming at me, you need to invest in this. So I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to, I have some savings. I invested in it. And then the conversion to Canadian dollars turned out to be $220. Plus a $40 shipping fee. So the location where this came from is actually in Bangkok, which is interesting. I thought it would come from the States, but I didn't check in eBay where it came from, but in the mail, it came from Thailand, Bangkok, and I received it in a week's time through FedEx, which was really impressive. So kudos to the vendor. I'm going to give them a good review on eBay. I think it was very quick. I mean, it's obviously in pristine condition, which I feel very fortunate and lucky. I mean, I can't believe it. And yeah, I'm going to give them merit where merit is due. So yeah, this is by far the most expensive tarot deck that I purchased to date. They would say in the tarot community that this is an investment deck. This is a luxury deck. This is something that you use perhaps not only in, you know, for clients or daily picks. It's something that you use maybe more on your spiritual path. And there's something in regards to my spiritual magical discipline that has to do with maybe darker elements that I have to uncover and discover, because I am a little bit more on the brighter side of things, I guess, like more earthy, nature-based. So now maybe it's time that I explore different aspects. So I just can't get over the butterflies I have in my stomach for this. I don't quite understand why it wanted to come home, but it wanted to come home. And as you can see, it wanted to be brought to life. So let's bring her to life. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Stunning. OMG. And Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria. I'm not pronouncing it right. But this is the book I wanted. This is what really was calling me to read. There's something in here that I have to learn on my spiritual path and getting more connected with the tarot in general. So I am super excited about that. And again, everything's in pristine condition. Absolute perfect condition. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not going to open this. I have to do a ritual and ceremony. This is going to be one of my spiritual decks. I think I'm going to have a light. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have a light spiritual deck for the light and a dark spiritual deck for the dark. So I understand the duality, the polarization, the balance between the two. Like the light aspects of the feminine and the darker aspects of the divine feminine. Because I work with the Primordial Mother. And I think she wants me to start, you know, looking more into the darker themes of life and spirituality. And then we have this beautiful cord. The box, again, pristine conditions. No rips, no tears, nothing. I'm going to put like that. And again, I'm not going to open this. I'm not going to open this yet. I'll do a video on this. Maybe, well, I'm not going to do a video because I have to keep this secret, but this will be my unboxing. But I will do a video on a walkthrough of these cards. And this is the guidebook that was calling me to read. And it's not like you can go on Internet Archives and like read this book. And when something is out of date, like sorry, out of print, the value goes up, and it makes you kind of wonder, why is it out of print and why is it so limited? And I'm going to definitely do a review on this so I can share the knowledge. Now, there is a lot of different types of copies of this. It's not like, oh, I'm showing you this, now you can't have it kind of thing. There are copies of this on eBay, multiple ones. I don't know how many, but I would have to say definitely a good handful of them. Yes, it's going to be pricey. Not all of them are going to ship to your country, but if you are interested in this, after watching reviews online or watching some of my upcoming videos on this, you can get it on eBay. You cannot get it on Amazon. There's one person selling the book on Amazon for like $300 and something, and it's used. So I don't know if that's worth it. But yeah, so Ian Daniels, Tarot of the Vampyres. I am speechless. I am extremely thrilled that it arrived safely. It has so much to teach me. I can definitely resonate with this right away. And I want to thank my deity and the divine feminine in her darker aspect for allowing me to have the opportunity to purchase her in a timely and ethical manner. And I'm just so grateful that I have it in a pristine condition, and I'm going to be honoring this deck to come. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you're interested in Tarot of the Vampires, please let me know. If you use this deck, please share your experiences and stay tuned for upcoming videos. I will do a book review and a walkthrough, and I'll give you some ideas of the rituals that I've done. Because in my videos, you know, I'm trying to keep my altar private, my magical practices kind of like secret and private because I have to honor those energies. But the show and tell aspect of my spiritual discipline, I will do in certain contexts that are for ethical and moral purposes for viewing. So the energies are not crisscrossed by all kinds of people sending you weird energy by viewing your altar and things. So yeah, she is not, so I'm just going to say, like, I'm reorganizing my spiritual room. It's a little bit disorganized. I'm not going to show you my altar over here, but it's a little bit disorganized at the moment. And I'm going to put my books in another bookcase in my bedroom. So this shelf is really going to be kind of like different types of magical consciousness working altars and working rituals and working spaces where I hold different types of energies for deities. I am a Norse pagan, and I do follow the path of the Northern Mysteries with my deities of Freya and Freyr, but I also work, of course, with all the North pantheons and some other specific pantheons from other traditions. As you can see there, there's Crononus and then Gaia there. So my spiritual leniences are mostly for the Northern Mysteries, but also the Earth Mysteries. So very green magic, earth magic, natural magic, and things of the natural world. And then eventually, you know, working with animal totem spirits and the Fae, which I will talk about in future videos. So yeah, so this is my spiritual room. Still a work in progress. I still have things to kind of like declutter. I don't want to show you too much. But yes, she is going to have a beautiful case in a beautiful space. And I'm going to work really hard on cleansing and purifying my space. And then, you know, just sharing with you different types of techniques on how to do that with tarot. Because I love divination and I love the tarot, and I'm going to be exploring that in my future videos. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to wish you all a most excellent day or night wherever you may be in this big world. Until next time, planet people.